every little T20 competition around the world, the franchise competitions have a different flavor to it. We talked about the CPL being the biggest party in sport. Do you have a personal favorite? Because I know everyone has a different sort of, it's almost a different genre in itself.
Yeah, every tournament's got their own characteristics. You know, you look at the IPL, it's cricket in India. It's the biggest. You never get a downtime moment in India, and it's good fun. Playing in front of those crowds is obviously different to playing in the Caribbean crowds. It's a lot more relaxed over here, and then you get something like the Big Bash. I get to play in front of my home crowd, friends and family, which is also special. So it's all these tournaments. Definitely, there's no negative. You know, there's nothing negative about them. It's just, you know, how well can you adjust to those conditions? And for me, it's all about, I love embracing each culture. I find if I don't embrace it, then if I'm having a bad run of form, then, you know, the days go for 30 hours and you just don't have fun. So I make sure I really embrace their culture, whether it's in India, in the Caribbean, in Dubai, and then obviously at home. So it's something I've really, you know, tried to utilise.
Looking at a backdrop like this, I know there's a bit of rain around, a bit of cloud around, but it's still the beautiful Caribbean. You can hear the waves lash, and you're from a part of the world where you know all about beaches and surfing. Absolutely. So it must be fun coming here and just seeing the sights along with playing the cricket. Yeah,
absolutely. As you said, I come from the beaches and the sun, and absolutely love it. You know, you can do your recovery out at the beach, and, you know, how good's that? It's instead of sticking in your room for, you know, majority of the day, as I said, get out and embrace the culture, embrace the sun, embrace, you know, the beautiful golf courses, the pool bar. You know, don't miss out on anything because, well, especially from Australia, I'm literally on the other side of the world. So it's biggest party in sport and the best time of your life.
Now, Lynn, we talk about the ups and the downs. You've had obviously your share of injuries, and that's kept you out of the game for a while. How do you motivate yourself to get back, and what do you do in those phases?
Yeah, it's been a horrible run, but it is what it is, and there is obviously a lot more worse things out there in life. But for me, I've always just said to myself, it's not what I can't do, it's what I can do. And for me, if I've got a shoulder injury, I make sure I, you know, keep my legs strong or go out and do something else that I can do rather than sit at home and think of all the negative stuff that's going through your mind. So I've always tried to focus on the positives rather than the negatives. And as I said, it's, you know, I've had a couple of sore shoulders, but it's, you know, it's not the end of the world. I'm still, you know, in the Caribbean playing cricket. I still get to travel the world doing what I love doing. So, yeah, just always grateful for that. So that motivates me to get out there each time. And, you know, we've seen some horrible things over the last couple of years, especially with the cyclone last year, and, you know, what people have gone through. You know, we're, as I said, we're entertainers, and if we can put a smile on the face of the people that are really struggling, then that makes me happy.
But of course, you are an explosive batsman. That's your natural game. But in last year's IPL, you had to adapt slightly. You played a slightly different game. Was it something you consciously did?
Yeah, well, obviously you look at the team balance and see what's needed, and I felt I've had to just, you know, hold off pulling the trigger early, and I think I might have strike rate was about 130, so it's a little bit slower than normal, but I felt that was best for the team, and ended up finding some nice form over there, and whatever coach and captain want, I'm more than happy to do. And the year before was totally different because we had a slightly different lineup. But yeah, I think, you know, learning to adapt is very important because with the game growing so much, then I find I'm going to be behind the 8 ball if I don't keep adapting.